Gas talk, we here, we out of play back right now, man.
What my dogs? What my lords and my galleys? We are dealing with. It's the Gas Talk podcast today, and we have my man, Adlo.
Yes, sir.
Shout out, Adlo.
How you doing? 617 shit.
You already know what it
617
is.
shit, you heard it. We out here.
Boston boys, 2022. Let 'em
2022.
know.
It's a new year.
New year full of new opportunities, for real.
Word.
We had a we had a long conversation right before we started this, but you know what I'm saying? I want to start with, you know what I'm saying? I just met you. Like, it was kind of warm outside. We was at Connor's performance over at our people Sam Fish's spot in Austin and shit. Crazy performance. He pulled up on me. He was like, oh, we just had a ill conversation. And I ended up doing some research on you. And I'm like, damn, this dude's kind of crazy. He's ill. Like, visuals crazy.
For y'all who don't know, Adlo is an artist out of Boston area. My fault though. Continue.
Sure.
Boston.
He was crazy.
Out of Wait, where did you grow up?
So I actually
Let's give me a little bit of your like upbringing.
Yeah,
Like,
I got you. Yeah, so I grew up in Needham, Mass.
Needham.
Mass. Which
Is that
small
south
town.
or north?
I want to say it's north. It's like 25 minutes outside of Boston. But,
That could be south or north.
Could be south. It's right next to Newton. It's right next to like Newton
Oh,
Center.
so that's
oh,
kinda,
okay, that's
kinda
like
west.
yeah.
I'd say it's west for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was straight, man. It was smooth. My parents were definitely invested in my music from a young age, for sure. Like,
Word.
That's
I
what's
started
up.
off playing like violin and shit when I was like,
My bad. Can you just tilt the mic?
yeah, my
the
fault,
guitar,
my fault.
like right in front.
Check,
Yep.
check.
There you
Yeah,
go.
no,
There you
I
go,
started.
perfect.
So I started like playing violin and shit when I was like 7,
Yeah.
and I fucked with like rock and punk and shit. My older sister put me on to mad music, like Green Day and Blink and shit. So I wanted to play like rock music.
That's
So I
fire.
picked up the bass when I was like 11 and 12. There's a program called Plugged In. And it was like getting kids in bands and doing songs and shit. So I met a lot of close friends who like we all grew up playing in bands and shit. I was in like a punk and hardcore band like high school, so I was doing like deathcore, like screams and vocals and shit. I loved like Slipknot and Korn, but I also loved rap. Like I was skating in and out of the city and shit, just like being a young buck, like from a small town, but like still going into the city, like hanging out with the older dudes, putting me onto like spots and like concert venues and just like different bands I didn't know and shit.
Word.
And yeah, just like kind of all my influences like self-taught for the most part. Like I took bass lessons and shit, took violin lessons, but guitar and drums, piano, that was all self-taught. That was all just like fucking around my old parents' house, you know, studio shit.
How was it in Needham? Like it's not the hood, clearly.
That's
Yeah,
what I was gonna say.
it's not for real, and it's crazy because like it was all just like rich white dudes with like vineyard vines, and everyone was just repping Boston sports culture so hard. Like I wasn't really fucking with sports, bro. I would rather be like playing video games or like finding new music or like skating or surfing or snowboarding or just doing other shit. Like I just seen all these angry white like 40-year-old dudes yelling at their kids, betting on their kids, like mad toxic, mad abusive, like being abusive to their wives and shit, bro. Like fuck all that like suburban town shit, bro. That shit's scary to me, bro. I feel safer in the city than I do in the suburbs, for real.
No
That's a
cap, at
fact.
least people are more real.
But also in Needham, bro, I was chilling in this house and it was like this house that like was really looked down upon. Like a lot of like crazy like punks and like just like rocker, like alternative type people would be pulling up there. It got raided mad times and shit. I'd be drawing on the wall, smoking mad spliffs, like
The boys just run up in there.
yeah, bro, just like hanging out with like hardcore dudes, all face tatted and shit. I was like 15, just like putting me on to the craziest hardcore and the craziest music I'd never heard of and shit. That inspired a lot of my creative direction for sure. Just hearing shit they would be talking about or dealing with, and like I don't know.
How old is how many brothers and sisters do you have? You mentioned you
So,
have
yeah.
an older sister.
I have an older sister, Sophie, a younger brother, Henry, and we all grew up playing music and shit together.
Yeah.
'Cause
What kind of music did your sister put you onto?
She put me on to like Sum 41, Green Day, the Ramones.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So, you said your parents were like, they were invested in your music shit at a
Yeah.
young age, right? Well, not to say that they're not anymore, but so like
My mom definitely supports it. Me, like,
so they got you into like violin classes and all this other
Yeah.
shit. And then when you decide to turn it to like heavy rock type shit,
mhm.
is that what you said you did?
Yeah.
do they still like? I'm not sure if that's like looked
Oh.
at different.
If you're saying like if they were like afraid of that,
They
or,
were like, yeah, we don't want you
Yeah.
on that type of.
well,
I mean,
you know, it's crazy because like my parents got divorced when I was in like 8th grade or whatever.
okay.
And I just had so much like rage, bro. I was just listening to like
Oh, yeah.
Slipknot,
Oh, so it's
and
yeah.
Korn, and all these like heavy bands, and like I
Yeah.
didn't fuck with any of the kids in my hometown. I was like going to the mall, hanging out with all like the goth girls and shit, just listening to all this heavy music and shit. And like they understood I was angry and like pissed. Obviously, I can look back and reflect on it now. I've grown so much as a person, but like back then it was wild. And like I was in a metal band, and that shit was so therapeutic, bro. Like just having so much like pelt up aggression and shit, and just being able to like express that on a stage, like with all my best friends. Like the same time we were like just started like drinking and smoking weed and shit,
Yep.
listening to like Metallica and Slayer. Like I met Slipknot when I was like
Wow,
14, bro.
really?
Like yeah, bro. I gave Clown
That's
like a
fucking
copy
crazy.
of my old band's demo, bro. And he's like, you know what, bro? When I get on the bus, I'm actually gonna listen to this. Like I saw Sid Wilson, like the DJ dude. He was like
That's
smoking a
fucking
blunt.
crazy.
I was like,
legendary.
Yeah, bro, that shit's rare. And I was like, yo, Sid, let me smoke that blunt with you, bro. And he's like, nah, you're too young, dog. I was like 13, 14. Yeah, bro, dead ass. I seen him walk out with the mask, and the dude was in like some dippy fit because like, I don't know, he fuck with hip hop. He was a
like,
DJ,
"You're too
bro.
young, bro."
He's like, you're too young, dog. And I was like, I feel it. Walked away, whatever. But that shit was like crazy as a kid.
That's
for
a
real.
story to talk about when you get to like meet him again. Type
Hey,
shit.
man, if that day ever comes, I'd love to sit down with Corey Taylor and talk about shit. He inspired my scream approach. Like I see a lot of kids that are like damaging their vocal cords, not screaming the correct way. Cause like I've been a hardcore vocalist for a minute, and like they'll try to come up and be like, "Oh, how do you scream the right way?" And it's like,
How
bro,
do you scream the right way?
That's crazy. Like
Because
Like,
I've
yeah.
actually heard this before. Like I've seen people like
A lot
I
of-
have a couple of homies that like my homeboy that used to work at Cheapo Records back in the day. I used to always pull up at
Cheapo, right in
That's lit.
Central.
yeah, I used
I
to
used to
always
go-
pull up to
bro.
like the record store, like
Yeah,
a bunch
man,
of different record stores
2016,
too.
Man. The good days I used to pull
This
up there all
dude
the
did
time.
screamo, but he would show me like, oh, like there's a certain way to scream. Like
Yeah,
I don't know exactly I don't remember exactly what he used to say to me, but I remember there's a different way to scream. What is that? What's the method?
It's all on your diaphragm for real.
It's like some monk
You know
shit.
how like when you're like chilling with your friends and like your boy does some crazy shit and you yell, you're just like, hey yo, like chill, like whatever circumstance it may be, and it doesn't strain your vocal cords because you're just so in the moment and you're so just like quick to do it type shit. It's kind of like that same thing. Like a lot of people try to do it under their breath, like "Rah!" like shit like that, and like that's not like the correct way. Like you can do it, but you have to really use your diaphragm and like. Watch Melissa Cross's End of Screaming. It's a DVD. That's what I did when I was in like 8th grade. That shit helped my vocals. For
So-
heavy music, at least.
So, is there a term for that? Like, is it like, for example, like you go to singing
gutturals,
classes?
low gutter. Bro, it's crazy.
Gutturals.
I never went to vocal lessons or nothing, bro. Like I was friends with mad like theater kids, and their parents used to be like, "Oh, like your son should be in vocal lessons, this, that, and the third." And it's like, nah, like fuck all that. Like I'm gonna just do it on my own, have my own vocal approach to it.
Bro,
own
gutturals
style,
is
like-
a crazy
Like,
ass
I'm
word.
out here doing low gutturals and
Gutturals.
pig squeals mixed with like emo, scene core, like Panic at the Disco type vocals.
Gutturals. That's a wild
High school's a
word.
trip.
Yeah, high school is a trip, yo. I miss high school.
Yeah.
I wish I did high school as much as I did being an asshole. You know, high school could have been cool.
Now back to the music shit though.
So
Yeah, nah. So when you
When you-
when you reached out, you said your genre is alternative trap, and I had to like kind of look into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I didn't
for sure.
like explain it. What's alternative trap in your own words?
So trap, obviously the style of music, just 808s, heavy 808s, just mixed with alternative like post-hardcore influence. But what's crazy to me is my project Adlo, I started because I was a freshman in college. I was going to Mass Art and I wanted to form a band, but I didn't have the time or the energy to get 5 different people in the same room at the same time. I've always loved like punk rock. I've always loved hip hop. They've always kind of fused together, and like the sense of like DIY freedom, just like creating music on my own. Like I'd be in my dorm going through it because I had like no money. I had mad papers due and shit, and I'm just like on GarageBand, like being able to like tell a story or like write a song just over a YouTube beat, and that shit just gave me such a sense of like self-satisfaction to like get that shit done like on my own without relying on other people. And like having played in bands before, like having other people try to come in and like weigh in their insight and influence and be like, oh, let's do it this way or that way. And like with collabs with other artists, that's all good and well. But like if I'm doing my own solo shit, like I don't really like people trying to weigh in and give creative input unless they're like well established in the industry or like they know what they're doing type shit.
So like when was your
Like, you know,
when was your first like introduction into like the city scene from Newton and like, you know, like your first like or Needham, not Newton.
easy
my
to get
bad.
confused.
But yeah, it is that same way.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, when I was like a senior in
like your first, you know, like show,
yeah,
shit like that.
for sure. Like I'd played some like local shows with my old band in high school and shit. And when I was like a senior, I'd be popping out to the city more, going to a lot of shows in like Cambridge and like Alston and Jamaica Plain, just like DIY house shows or basement shows. And then like I got to Mass Art and like no one had any party connects, and I knew all these house shows from all these like Facebook groups and Instagram groups or whatever. So like I'd just be finding words and I'd just become friends with all the show promoters, honestly. And like, it's like I have show experience and shit, or I had show experience, but like the Boston scene can be kind of cutthroat at times in terms of like getting gigs secured or like just like appealing to like everyone's interests or whatever in terms of music. I don't know.
I mean, just like
But-
everything, you know, it's like
Yeah.
it's all about who you know.
Can I say that real quick?
It's all about who you know in
For
these
sure.
situations. Basically.
But my friend Ryan, the student Ryan Haas, Disorder Vintage on Instagram. He he was a pretty big DJ within the Boston scene before COVID, the whole pandemic thing, and he would just give me opportunities to open up for artists I really fucked with, like Cold Heart and Lil Lotus, and just all these like SoundCloud wave artists that like I had really looked up to when I was like a college student, and yeah, he just gave me like opportunities to like play with them, meet them, chill with them and shit. And like they fucked with my sound. They could tell it was organic too, because I had roots within punk and the whole music. Like I'd been playing hardcore shit.
You're well versed.
Because a lot of people will come to me and be like, "Oh, bro, you're just like a Peep clone." And it's like, dude, nah. Like I'd been making this type of music, like not necessarily the trap, but like post-hardcore, alternative, grunge, emo, whatever. I've been making that music since I was like 12. So it's like, say what you want type shit.
So who's like your biggest inspirations when you're like?
That's what. Yeah, definitely. Chino Marino of the band The Deftones.
Deftones.
It's crazy to me because they blew up on TikTok and shit now. All the younger heads are finding out about them and shit. But I've been fucking with them since I was like a jit.
That's an old band.
Yeah, they mixed a lot of like new metal and like hip hop influence, and I don't know. I mean, Kurt Cobain, just like his like songwriting approach and like just his care of like women's rights and just like DIY punk ethic, and I don't know. I could think of like, I don't know, even Billy Joe Armstrong, like Green Day. I don't know, just like his songwriting approach, like
We all love Green Day.
even just his approach with like American Idiot, just writing like a story. Because like Green Day was like my gateway into punk rock when I was like 5 or 6 from my older sister. Like from them, I found out about like the Sex Pistols and the Stooges.
Yo, me too. No bullshit.
Harder shit, like, you know, I don't know, like Knocked Loose. I mean, they're modern, but
You're not currently in a band, right? It's all solo shit now.
yeah. So it's all solo shit right now. I write and produce everything: guitar, bass, drums, and I'm trying to be as involved within the Boston scene as I can, just in terms of putting my friends on and giving them opportunities to play shows with their own solo projects. Yeah. And with that, it's like they'll be listening to my music, they'll be like sharing my shit, so like they know the songs. We're all musicians, we can all play everything. So like, say I get a gig at like O'Brien's or like Middle East or whatever, I could just call any of my friends in my circle and be like, "Yo, you trying to play drums?
Run up.
Trying to play bass?" Like like at the end of the day, all the songs are written and performed by me. I'll always play guitar and sing live, and like I'll just have one of my homies playing guitar. I mean, the same way that like my homie iDress, we did a split over the summer, Sativa Summer. Shout out Lil DMT. Same approach. Like he'll just have his homies fill in when he does his solo shit. Yeah. And I was in a creative slump before I met him, honestly, because I was just in a really toxic apartment in Boston. Not the one that inspired my most current release, one before that. And I was just like going through it or whatever. I was like, I didn't really have trust within my music. I didn't know if it was going to go anywhere. And then I met him through Nick Blanco. He's a very close, trusted friend of mine. He shot a lot of my early visuals, and he made that connect. And it was just really influential to see his work approach and just how he wrote songs and how he went about things. And it was just very natural. So big shout out to iDress and Nick Blanco.
Shout out. That's
good
crazy
dudes,
too.
very good
iDress is actually one of my favorite artists. I play this dude a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's cool.
Aside from
Good
your,
dude to smoke with and skate with.
aside from like your close friends around the area, have you collaborated with other artists around here?
Yeah, within Boston, I actually have an EP dropping tonight. As crazy as it is, my homie O3 Osk has been making big moves in like the dance, rave, hardcore like EDM scene. And big shout outs to O3 Osk. We're from the same hometown. Sick.
Shout out
Local
03
boys.
Osk, yo. We gotta
Shout
look
out
in,
Needham.
we gotta look into 03 Osk.
Needham's kind of whack, but Boston's better. The East Coast. Shout out the East Coast. New York. New York is lit. I just came back from New York. That's.
A quick trip, or you
Yeah.
was living out there?
I was just staying out there for a week, working on some visuals for this album I'm doing. This is my biggest release that I'm really focused on right now. I recorded it in Soho, New York with David Morris, who's a record producer. And I played guitar, bass, drums, and synth. It was mixed and mastered by Emily Lazar. She's a wonderful audio engineer.
Okay. So now you're working on an album, and you also have a joint project you said dropping tonight.
Yeah, so I got a joint
How is
project.
that working on two different projects at once, like trying to prioritize? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's fun, man, because, like, I have really good close relationships with everyone I'm working with right now. Like, Oscar's a good dude. I can hit him up whenever when we're down to work. With the New York release, it's more or less when it's convenient for me. When I have, like, a homie in New York that I can crash on their couch for, like, a week or whatever. And it was sick. I went out there the past week. I shot a visual with Casper. I am Casper. Definitely a big artist within the alternative trap scene right now.
Okay.
And it was
I gotta tap in. I'm not too sure.
And it was produced by my boy, Funky Phoenix 5, my friend Connor Chapman, who's an amazing producer and audio engineer. And he's been really putting on for the scene. I've been referring a lot of really talented artists his way. And he's Berkeley trained, really good audio engineer.
So, how's this NY release gonna do? You gonna like pull up and like, you know what I'm saying,
So-
perform and have like a show?
Yeah, there's so many different ways to go about it. I've been hanging out with my friend Francesco, my other associate, and friend David, both of which are very talented film and videographers in New York. And they just fuck with my vision. They've helped me draft some narratives and storyboards for some
For like a
visuals.
release?
Yeah, for releases and music videos. We got some crazy like CGI green screen stuff going on. They're introducing me to cool like editorial magazine people and shit. It's fun, man. It's great. But yeah, just being fluid, staying consistent.
It's hard through the winter too. It's like that winter
Yeah.
winter shit is
And
getting crazy.
It's cool with the Spotify algorithm because they can tell based on like other platforms of like who you've actually worked with. So like I'm in the algorithm with a lot of cool artists who I'm also like homies with and shit. So it's nice to see like the organic rise. So I don't really want to dig too much into like paid promotion, like a lot of artists do. I'd rather just like put music out, like let my followers know and just like see where it goes and just keep networking and just keep partying with cool people, traveling.
I feel like you're
know.
very quiet, but you're about like
It's
like
crazy,
and
bro.
not
Yeah.
not that you're a quiet person because you're actually not quiet. Like
Yeah.
but you're like nobody's hip just yet, but you're really about to.
I
Yeah,
feel
You
nobody's
give
hip.
off that like thing like it's about to like something crazy like y'all like in a month or two it's gonna be some
Yeah.
crazy shit that
I mean,
happened.
that'd be
Adlo on the billboard or some wild shit.
Who knows?
I feel like you said a lot of names just now that honestly I don't know, but
Yeah.
I feel like I should know. Feel me? Like I feel like you said some big names that you've been working with.
No, I hear you. I mean, it's all so much of it gets like oversaturated. Like so many of the dopest artists get saturated by like industry plants like Machine Gun Kelly and shit. Like fools like that. They're just like artists that are like trying to start some other wave. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, Casper's and Surf Gang, they're pretty poppin'. East Coast, New York collective, and then various members of Goth Boy Clique. Rest in peace, Peep. Work with multiple members from SOS, like Sink or Swim, like 10K Duncan, Jay with the Beam, all very cool dudes. It was sick. Like when I first really took Adlo serious in like 2018, 2019, I was hanging out with a group of local producers and SoundCloud artists around the Boston area. We were all just motivating each other, just like hanging out in the same crib every day, playing Xbox, producing beats, recording, smoking, like doing features with artists that we listen to, like traveling to New York together, getting hotels together, just like living that like touring rock star lifestyle, but we're all like 18, 19, 20, like just kind of living our lives, like wilding out. Like 2018 was like Blackout Boys era, so like obviously we were doing crazy shit. Like I'm hard drug free, which I'm really happy about. I've just been smoking weed and drinking for the past 5 months, trying to keep it that way.
That's a great thing.
That's the thing about Boston, bro. It's you know, people say on memes and forums and shit that's such like an opioid city, and like I've definitely seen a lot of close associates of mine go on spirals and downhill, and it's just like I'm not trying to follow in their footsteps and branch away from all that negativity, because like, bro, like so many of my closest friends of like multiple years haven't even left Boston. It's like once you leave the city and your local surroundings and like say yes, like I've been trying to tell myself to say yes to more opportunities.
Yeah.
Like,
I always
like
tell people
any
that.
publication that hits me up, I'm like, sure. Like, yeah,
say
sure.
yes.
Say yes,
Do
bro.
not
2020,
say no.
Unless it's sus, unless it's like some like sus, like rapey, weird shit, don't say yes.
Don't
but
say
if it's
yes,
some cool, like music, creative shit, say yes. But yeah, I don't know. Like, fucking eat healthy food, treat your body well. Your body's a temple. Don't fuck it up, type shit. You know, smoke weed.
100%.
Cut back on cigarettes or don't smoke cigarettes.
I run by that, bro, all the time, bro. I was in the same position a couple years ago. Like,
good looks.
Everybody gets fucked up and shit, you feel me? But it's easy to get fucked up quick out here, and time goes by.
Yeah, and you forget
like,
some of your like best memories, bro. Like,
yeah, for 100%.
You know,
because you know it's like you said, your body's a temple, but if you treat it like it's not, then
but traveling
it's easy
and
for
get
shit
out,
to just start missing.
Get outside your comfort zone. Be open to working with other people. A lot of y'all, any upcoming artists that are trying to blow up, like the algorithm favors if you work with local people. Hidden tip. So work with all your locals. Don't be on. Really? It does.
Can you explain that?
I just watch.
Or did you just know?
I don't have PR or I'm not signed. I'm an independent artist. I'm just relying on reposts and shit. So I'll be like doing, like watching little promotion videos or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it definitely favors if you work with local people for sure. Like, just in terms of even just starting a scene, like, you know, like every like hip hop or music genre starts in some area, and like I'm proud. Like I'm happy to like be in the city. Like I've been in Boston for 10 years and shit. Definitely met a lot of really cool, close people here, and I've seen a lot of talented people go on to move to like New York and LA and just pursue their dreams. And I'm just trying to follow in the same footsteps of all the people I looked up to when I was 18, 19. And you know, it's cool.
That's dope. So
that's a word.
You have a plan, like thinking like long term or in the future?
Yeah.
Of when you do get on, a plan like to give back or anything like that.
Oh, easily, bro. Easily. Definitely want to like supply funding to like schools for like music programs. If I ever like reach that point to like get signed to a major and I'm like blessed with a significant amount of cash.
Yeah.
As well as just like putting on for other artists around me. And like I have like a little, like I have a name for a label, London Dungeon Records. That's what all my music is released under because I'm not signed yet. But like that would be cool to make an LLC and pursue that, get some artists on there.
Yeah, nah, that'd be dope.
You know? But just like global change too, like just, I don't know, just making the world better and less toxic, bro. Like the internet's a scary place. Social media is hella damaging. TikTok's the #1 website visited. Like that shit's kind of scary, bro. Like, yeah, bro.
Hell
Me
yeah.
and my homies will just be like smoking in a room, looking up shit on our phone.
Shit, bro?
We'll just be looking up like
I mean, that
info about shit.
I don't even have a TikTok.
I don't use TikTok like that, but like I don't know. It's a good way for artists to get their music heard at least.
Yeah,
like,
I know, there's a lot of artists that have gone viral just off of that shit alone.
TikTok, man. The social media has gone crazy, bro.
Whatever happened
Meta
to
world,
bro?
But it's like there's the
whatever happened to fucking Mi Gente and Black Planet, dog? Remember when niggas used to
Xbox Ones, bro? Shit's crazy, bro. Like, we're in a new age, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Niggas don't remember Mi Gente when you used to have to put the fucking code in to get the little baby
I never had
gangsters.
I never had a Mi Gente.
I used to have that shit. We used to be at Area 4 putting the fucking we was basically coding.
Yo, bro, MySpace saw that. We was literally coding and we didn't know that. It was very like basic coding, but we were just copy and pasting it. Feel me? But that's literally what we was doing, building our page and shit.
Yeah,
the
metaverse, dog.
Does TikTok pay?
I wouldn't know. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, yeah, like I really don't even know.
You gotta
to be
have
honest.
like
you
10
gotta,
million
You gotta
views.
probably have like millions on millions. but
So
I couldn't
a little
tell
bit
you.
of input. There's a thing called DistroKid. You know?
Yeah.
So like if you upload your music, you can also upload it
Put that up for him.
through TikTok type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like you can upload through TikTok, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, Tidal, all the streaming platforms, even the ones like you've never heard of. Like there's some shit called Deezer that nobody really uses.
Deezer.
You know what I'm saying? But like there's a lot of things
Like
that you
Google
can upload
Play.
that.
Google Play plays the most.
But you can probably get like a half a penny every like 100 views or something like that. You know, like something crazy.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
So wait, so you have to
Wait,
you
half a penny? What is that?
You have to sign up for.
You know what
You
I'm
have to
saying? Like,
sign
just like
your You have to sign your.
the fuck
your,
is half a
TikTok
penny?
up through your distro kid?
Nah, so like there's a way where like you can upload music, right? So you can upload music on DistroKid. It's a third party.
Yeah, I used to do the same shit with
music
TuneCore.
We know about
exactly,
DistroKid.
too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like through that, you can upload it through a various amount of streaming platforms, and TikTok is one of them.
Yeah.
So like, if you want to look up a song right now on TikTok, you can look up your song if you uploaded it through DistroKid.
Yeah.
But like,
No, it's on there.
you just have to, in order for it to get viral, someone has to hear it and then use it as a dance or whatever. Like,
It has to go viral.
Oh, so all right. So you're just pulling in streams through TikTok on your
literally
your
for
third party
example.
platform.
For
It's
example,
easy to go viral though.
You ever heard of Silk Money?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
You heard of Silk Money?
I put my dick in the dope.
yeah. Divine Council. Yo. Shout out to them. Yo.
You never heard that? I put my dick in the dope.
So
Need a zip when I
he
smoke.
dropped the album like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And his song just went viral from that album.
Yeah.
He dropped the album after that too. You know what I'm saying? So like, his music was already uploaded on the stream on the web, but like someone found it and made a song, made a dance to it, or made a funny meme towards it type shit, and then it got viral. So
Nah, put my
cool.
dick in the dope is the funniest
no,
shit
shit's
I
lit.
ever seen in my life.
you never know, yo. There's a lot of ways you can make money in this shit, bro.
Yo, I went to school for design. I'm trying to get into NFTs, like creating and selling NFTs. Just like
All right, so
dropping 100
how does
every
this
day, like-
NFT shit work though? Because niggas is making
That's
all
a-
these
that's a whole
monkeys
other
and shit.
conversation.
Yeah, for real.
I wouldn't know. I just watched.
I just want to make
Yo.
some shit where
Like,
I want to
that's a
like
whole other-
find a picture of some ill shit that nobody's seen before and then make that an NFT. But like,
facts.
I really don't even understand this whole NFT shit, bro. To be
it's
real.
just buying a
Celebrities are
picture. It's
confused
just
by
like
it,
buying
too,
some
like-
shit.
But it's like, is this
Don't get it gifted them,
is
like,
this
the fuck?
something that's really gonna hit though?
Yeah,
is
them
my
shits be
question.
clapping. What you mean? Niggas be clapping
animated ones are
100,000
kinda
off them shits.
Yeah, but it's
They can,
like,
like, I
I'm
don't
I'm
know,
talking
like, it's a
about
whole
like
other-
I'm talking about, is it gonna hit in the sense of value? Like,
Yes, they be hitting already. What are you talking about? They be hitting. Niggas be hitting 50,000, 20,000 off of NFT, 50,000 off of NFT, 20,000 off of NFT.
You saw
Then
that
all
shit
of a
that,
sudden they got 100,000.
That's a
You
fact.
saw the shit that Tory Lanez did?
Nah.
He dropped the track through like an NFT, and he made about like 250 bands off of it. Like,
Period.
wait,
Yo.
how do you distribute that?
Now
The
niggas
track off
own
of
the
NFT.
track. It's not gonna be on Apple Music or
Oh,
none of
like
that
that
shit.
single person
They
owns
own
the
that
Tory
track.
Lanez track?
Yeah, they can sell the track to other people.
I get that with a
da-da-da-da.
track and shit. Feel
Yeah,
me?
it makes
But
more
like
sense
with a
with music.
picture,
Yeah, with
it's
pictures,
like, what
yeah.
the fuck?
But
I can
you-
screenshot that shit. Feel me?
But you
For
can
real.
use it as money. It's actually like basically currency now. Like you can use that shit.
But
you
like,
can
but at the same
convert it
time,
into some
where
more
does
shit.
the value come from? Like how do you
I don't fucking
how do you
know.
scale that?
backed by nothing. like our dollar's backed by gold. You know what I'm saying? But like,
It's like buying and selling stocks, but it's just like
Literally.
buying and trading like art.
just
It's no different
electronic.
than like going to like auctions for like bidding pieces of like art, you know?
Exactly. Shit that people can't like attain. Except it's virtual.
So what's a day in the life of Adlo?
So I'll probably wake up, hit up a good coffee spot, get that cold brew,
What's your
cold brew
favorite?
action.
Cold brew?
Cold brew.
There's quite a selection in my neighborhood, bro. I usually be hitting like Tour Le Jour for some
Got
good. Yeah, I'm trying to find that shit too.
My fault.
No, you good?
Yo, I don't
We gotta
got
find
that
this real
shit,
quick.
B.
You got it? The lighter? Oh, I got it right here. My fault.
All right, we back at it. We
He
back
be
at it.
baking.
I didn't. My fault, bro. It's muscle
That
memory.
nigga Adlo be
It's the same
baking,
with
son.
skating,
So
bro.
he
It's
wakes
muscle
up, he gets a
memory.
cold brew, then he'll
Wake
steal
up,
your
get a cold
lighter.
brew. Yeah, no, my fault, bro.
Snatch a
My
nigga
fault. My
lighter.
fault. Nah, my bad.
There's 29 lighters on
But,
Adlo's dresser for sure. He'd be like, which one am I going
There's like, yeah, it's maybe like 5. Keep it stuck.
Nah, hold on.
But
I got a
nah,
bathroom.
I be hitting Tula Jour,
2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Cafe
I'll be right back.
Nero, Pavement, wherever. Just get a cold brew. Usually hit the studio. I'm just trying to like re-record a lot of my back catalog and just draft rollout. Usually hit the skate park, see what the homies are up to. Been trying to get more involved. A lot of artists are doing shit on Discord, so I've been trying to like get a Discord going and utilize my graphic design skills.
What's Discord?
It's just like an artist network where like
Okay.
like rap or SoundCloud, any artist can like go on and collab and just like go on forums and blogs.
Yep.
Just to like promote graphic design.
Do you do like your craft full time, or do you also work as well?
I just work for myself. I worked at a coffee shop for a minute, and then I was like collecting hella unemployment.
Word.
And
Everybody
I
was
was getting
coming
like,
up.
yeah, we were all coming up. I was getting like 500 a week, so I took all that and I
Yeah.
invested it. I just put it all in stocks. So
Oh,
I'm, just
yeah,
a
so you
day, I'm
just-
a day stock trader, bro. I'm just on my Bitcoin shit, and then I'm
You-
doing
so you
commissions.
trading and you're doing the music.
Yeah, and I'm also like a secret Boston vintage plug. Like anyone that wants like vintage band tees or like vintage clothing, like I'm a secret plug. I have mad shit, but I'm
Tap
a lot of
in
it's
with him.
NFS. A lot of it's not for
Tap
sale.
it with him.
Oh yeah.
Nah, it's not your fault. This dude. Yeah, there we go. Mute that shit.
Yeah, you know, it's various side hustles and shit. I got bread stacked up. And I got merch. I'm investing a lot of it in merch. I got hoodies dropping soon. Some
Yeah,
hats.
20 was saying you had some dope merch. I got to check it out.
Facts. I got
What's the design?
yeah, so
looking
it's
like?
it's based on the old school skate brand Audio. It's like the first skate shoe I ever owned. And it's cool because the homies that put me onto a lot of music I fuck with now and used to take me out to the city to skate when I was in like 8th grade, one of them gave me the concept for the design. So I made it when Nick Blanco was shooting the video for Aimless, which is like a track of mine.
Okay.
And people fucked with it. Like, it made the video pop more because mad people fucked with the reference, and I thought it would be clever. And we got a plug for like good embroidered sweatshirts. So I just tossed the bread. About to get those shipped in from Cali. Flip those to all the good people, the good Adlo supporters. Love all of you.
You got a name for the crowd, you know how like Beyonce got the Beehive. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? Like,
I'm not that
you got
stage
the
yet.
Adlos.
I'm just glad to influence people's perspective, or if they fuck with my music or my message. And
So what's the fan base looking like right now? You got a good following?
yeah,
I'm a
it's
fan.
good following, bro. Like, it's dope. It's dope because like people in like other countries, like they don't really have music scenes,
Yeah.
or like certain countries that are just like really spread far apart.
Yeah.
Like they'll really fuck with like U.S. culture, like U.S. artists or whatever. And like I got a huge following in like Canada and Brazil right now. Like
Yeah.
I got 2 fan pages right now, and like people in Boston are like mad at me. They think it's me. They're
Like
like,
you're making
they're
your
like,
own-
bro, like you such an ego, bro. Why do you have fan
Yeah.
pages? I'm like, dog, like literally I wake up in the afternoon and I get mad notifications from someone else talking about my music. Like, that's not me, bro. Like, I got fans. Like, sorry, bro. You know?
Wow. I don't get why somebody would be upset that you haven't. I mean,
And it's,
People just
I
have
don't
a
know,
lot
bro.
to say nowadays.
People
for
got a
no
lot to
reason.
say, and it's like a lot of it's like Boston's such a small city where people
Yeah.
just come and go, and like people have seen my face, they've
Yeah.
seen me skating around, and it's like they either love me or they hate me.
Yeah, you're
That's on
consistent.
them,
That's
bro.
one
Like,
thing they can say.
I'm
You're
out here
pretty
doing what I
consistent.
love and just achieving my dreams, traveling, meeting mad cool people, doing mad cool shit. A lot of y'all are like perk bums chilling in Boston. Trying to talk shit.
Yeah, you been to
Sorry,
Cali?
I love a lot of people in Boston. I love Cali, bro. I got a lot of good people in Cali. Cali's lit.
You been to like NorCal type shit, like
Yeah,
San Fran?
NorCal's dope.
What's better, like LA or NorCal?
DTLA. Definitely.
Come on, bro.
I don't know. Just in terms of
You
like,
like that dirty shit.
just because a lot of my close homies moved out there.
Yo, son, I was out there. That's zombie land, bro.
like,
Yeah, it is. But I just like the skate.
I
spots out
seen
there.
a lady and her feet was black.
Yeah, that. Honestly, yeah.
She was a
Malibu-
white lady. Her feet
Yeah.
was black. She had like the fucking She had like
I
the
just fuck with it for the
ghoul
skating, bro.
toenail, like overgrown. I was shook.
I'm hip.
She could have like snatched me up with her feet.
Yeah, that shit is pretty grimy out there for real.
She had talons.
That shit is grimy.
Shit's like crazy, son.
she got.
No cap. I never been. I thought DTLA was gonna. I thought LA was gonna be like man, nice and shit. I go to downtown LA. I was like, what in the fucking world is going on? out here?
Didn't live up to your expectations type shit.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, I love LA regardless.
There's pros and
But
cons.
son,
I don't know if I could live out there for real.
that shit's not Boston, downtown
fun
Boston.
place to
I fuck with a Boston bum before I fuck with any type of downtown LA bum.
Yeah,
that nigga will fucking
catch me on Mass Ave before you'll see me in
what?
DTLA.
Them fucking methadone miles niggas would never be able to stand a night in DTLA. Them niggas would get beat the fuck
no
up.
bullshit.
They get torn to pieces.
It's crazy just living in the city for mad long because I'll see homies that are down bad sometimes just strolling on that Ave, and it's like, we all know, bro.
Damn, down that one.
Yeah, man. Stay away from drugs, bro. Stay clean, you know?
I ain't, no bullshit. I've seen actually somebody that I knew walking around there, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on, son?
Boston boys.
Should be
Crazy. That's a crazy mile, yo. I've been going
but shout
past that way a couple times. It's been wild.
For real.
Shout out who?
Aside from that shit, shout out a lot of the artists that come out of Boston for real. Just
No
for
cap.
the scene. Like
What do you fuck
big
with out
shout out. I love Michael Christmas. I was just chopping it up with him yesterday. Very good dude.
Facts.
Much love to Michael Christmas.
Shout out Mike.
Shout out Cousin Stiz. Very good dude.
Shout out Stiz.
I was at his release party.
Shout out OG Swagger Dick.
Shout out Swagger Dick, bro. It's crazy because we were both in LA at the same time. He was on Eric Andre. I was linking up with Idris and shit.
Oh,
we were
yeah,
both
that's
like
a
showing each other love. Like,
yeah, that's a homie. That's a real
big
nigga
homie
right
for
there.
real.
He holds it. He's consistent guy,
Yeah.
bro.
Tommy Chronic
that man
is
right
mad
there,
cool.
you don't play.
I'm trying to get him to do a chopped and screwed
Who?
remix.
What's his name?
Tommy Chronic, just a producer from Boston.
Tommy Chronic.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, you got the big names like Joyner Lucas and Van Buren and all them. They're dope. Big love to them for sure.
Facts. Shout out all the Boston artists.
Definitely. We gotta expand the scene.
Are you
I miss those days before COVID, man, when we used to have all those spots where you could just like pull up.
Sweet coffee.
You know what I'm saying? Kick it. Like,
Nah, facts.
there's
bro.
those like,
Rat's
you know what I'm
Nest.
saying? Like just
Been to
events
the
with,
Rat's Nest in Alston. That was a classic.
you know what I'm
venue.
saying? Or that spot on Newberry Street, that like studio space where you just pull up there, be like little like paint and drink or just like chilling, like make some music and shit, smoke a little.
Yeah, and that's how the pandemic really fucked up the local scene. Cause
It
like
fucked it up
before COVID,
for
bro,
everybody.
like, everyone was pulling up to shows like
For real.
like no worries, like everyone was
Hella
vibing.
love in
Just
the
hella
city.
love, hella networking, hella like just good vibes and shit. And then like COVID came and it's all like vax tests and vax
Hopefully one day
bars
it'll
and,
get past that.
vaccinated for
Get
sure.
vaccinated.
So we can get vaccinated so we can all tour and play
So
shows.
we can all tour and play shows. Facts.
expand
For real,
our
for real.
audience and everything.
Yeah, I miss those days, man. But we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to that one day. Like it's I feel like it's coming back like slowly but surely. This summer is gonna be a good summer.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what
I
I'm
seen
saying?
that
As
new
long-
festival lineup that got dropped today with like ASAP and Kid Cudi. That shit looks fire.
Yeah.
There's that like crazy punk festival lineup. The memes on that are driving me crazy on Twitter.
Oh,
That shit
I
is- that shit has
seen
me
that.
dead, bro.
That's
Like,
like
that
the
shit-
that
biggest.
shit's funny as hell, bro.
What's it called? Like
I think
the
my
la-
sister's going to that shit. I might have to catch a flight and go to that
It's
shit, bro.
everybody. My Chemical Romance.
I mean, I just want to see the
Anthrax.
Garden, bro. Shout out to the Garden.
Garden.
They're sick. They're on Epitaph. They're a dope punk band.
Yo, I just
Yeah,
saw
all my
my shorty
childhood
just
bands are
showed
on
me
that
that. I
lineup,
was
bro.
like, what the fuck? She was like, yo, we should go to this.
Yeah,
Yo, it was like 100 bands on there.
for real.
On Dogs.
That
It's
lineup's
crazy.
lit.
Green Day's in there too, right?
I don't think so. I think Avril Lavigne's like the big headliner. It's more like, I don't know.
No.
Big shout out to Avril Lavigne though.
It's like Blink 182 or somebody.
Some shit.
Let me see this shit. It's in my
It's
phone.
like 100.
But what were the
plus
memes like? Like basically saying that the show's gonna be crazy type of shit.
No, it's just like oversaturating like mall, like emo 2010 MySpace. Like,
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
funny jokes and
It's
shit.
crazy
I
though
don't know.
because they're doing the same shit for hip hop too. Like it's like Baby Bash, fucking Nelly,
Lovers and
That's
Friends
sick.
shit.
the Lovers
Yo,
and
Nelly
Friends
is
shit.
lit, bro.
It's like
Nelly's
that
fire.
same era. No bullshit.
Yeah.
Facts,
Yo,
actually.
the
That shit
first
be crazy.
the first rappers I started listening to were like Nelly. I fucked with Outkast. My mom used to play Outkast and Nelly, and she played like Eminem, like the Eminem show.
She's lit.
I'd be like reading those lyrics on recess and shit, like getting in trouble in school for just saying fucking shit. But,
Yo, you remember like pulling out a CD jacket and then like reading lyrics?
yeah, that
That's
shit.
crazy.
Bro,
like I used to
literally.
do that.
Yeah, bro, I'd be like 8 years old in my room, like just listening to shit, reading the lyrics, like just learning about all the
Dogs.
vulgar shit. in
The
world,
minute I
bro.
found out there was like pictures and shit
Really,
in
bro.
the CD cases, I used to rip them shits out. Like,
Look at all the
Yeah, I be taping mad
It's
photos.
crazy
and
how
shit.
much how much work they put into like the
CDs
packaging for
and
CDs
shit, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I got there was a one DMX CD that I had. Well, it wasn't even mine. It was like my uncle's or some shit. And I
Yo,
pulled
rest
it
in
out.
peace, D, bro.
Yo, RIP DMX. And there's a fucking sticker that fell out. It was like a Rough Rider. It was like the Rough Rider R sticker. I was like,
He had it in every CD.
rare.
That's fire. That's fire.
That's dope as fuck.
that shit's hard. It was like a little decal.
Who do you listen to right now? Like which
Oh, right now, bro, I be listening to a lot of I love like Rio the Young OG.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love
Word.
Deftones.
Free Rio, right?
Free Rio.
Free Rio.
Free Ghetto Boys.
Free Ghetto Boys, my man.
Just a lot of SoundCloud shit. Like, I don't know. I'll always be listening to like GBC's back catalog just to relive like college and shit.
R.I.P. Draco.
Yeah, R.I.P. Draco, R.I.P. Peep, R.I.P. Sketchy.
R.I.P. Sketchy. R.I.P.
yeah.
Catchy.
But yeah, just a lot of different shit. A lot of like SoundCloud shit. And just a lot of like post-hardcore, like Run for Cover, No Sleep, like Title Fight. Just grunge, like early shit. I'll just be like researching mad random shit. Like I worked at Newberry Comics for 10 years, which is like a record store. So like I'd have like mad different bands put in front of me all
Which
the time.
one?
Mad different locations. I worked at like Faneuil Hall, Harvard
You was
Square.
running all them shits.
I was running all them shits, bro. It was fun, bro. That was like such a laid back job. I could just pull up
I
in
probably ran
whatever
into you
outfit.
mad
Where my
times,
man's
bro.
used to
Probably, bro.
work.
That
No
it's
bullshit.
crazy, dog. I met mad people in Boston just through working there and shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my records pressed as a Newberry Comics exclusive. I talked to Duncan Brown, the owner.
that?
He's like the owner
The
of Newberry
owner.
Comics.
Okay.
I sat him down because I worked there for like 8 years, and I was like, hey, I'm
So
leaving. I'm leaving the company, but like if I blow up as an artist, like, can you press my album? And he
What
said,
is-
yeah. So
What does that
just
mean?
gotta do that.
To have them?
Oh, just to have it like pressed on like vinyl.
But it's
oh,
like
oh,
Newberry
oh,
Comics.
Because they have like exclusive series of like colored vinyl and shit, like
Yeah.
different like variants.
Nah, that'd be dope.
That would be
dope.
sick. Just like, and I know they press local artists, so that wouldn't even really be that hard.
I'm surprised they wouldn't do it already.
I just haven't made the effort to reach out to them because I can't find his number or email.
My
Eventually,
boy
I will.
Gogo just like had
Much
this
love to
whole
Newberry
thing
Comics.
like Newberry Comics. We did we had like a day with Newberry Comics in the life of Gogo
Yo,
on Newberry Comics. It
I
was lit.
remember
I
that.
appreciate
Yeah, I did
them because I remember I worked with them during the Boston Calling Festival. I was working the merch booth, and Tame Impala and Turnstile was gonna play.
Love Tame Impala.
Love Tame Impala, love Turnstile, and I was like, yo, like these are like two of my like favorite bands. Like I'm trying to see them right now. I was like, let me clock
Hell
out
yeah.
and see them, and they were like,
Fuck yeah.
okay. And I don't know, it was dope. Saw Mad Homies.
Wait,
I was
at-
mad involved in the local music scene just growing up, and just my whole life in Boston, like a trained musician, you know.
Wait, where'd you see Tame Impala? At Newberry Comics?
No, at Boston Calling.
Oh,
I'm saying there was like a Newberry Comics merch
I went to
booth or
Boston.
whatever.
Which year?
It was like the last one before the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with Travis Scott
I
as the
think
headliner.
I went
but
with
he's, like, pretty touchy subject right now.
Nah, I fuck with Travis
Dig
still.
him,
We still love Travis.
still
you
love
know,
Travis,
he's
bro. We
going
still
through a
love
hard
Travis.
time
We
right
still fuck
now.
with Travis. He's going through a
We
hard
understand what's
time.
going on with everybody, and we can't demonize
The
anyone.
media sucks. We can't demonize anyone. We all grew
Can't
up listening to
demonize
his
anyone.
music. He's an influential hip-hop artist.
Exactly. But yeah, I went to one Boston Calling. I didn't know Boston Calling was as lit as it actually is. Like it's
Yeah.
like
No,
fucking
it's an actual.
It was pretty lit.
whoa. I went with the one with Tyler.
Yeah, I saw
Tyler,
Michael
creator.
Christmas there, actually. I just saw him in like the VIP section.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Tyler was dope.
that's
Tyler,
that's the year Cousin Stitch was on the headline. I think.
yeah, Tyler the Creator, big shout out to him. He was like my introduction to like really getting deep into like rap, like the current rap that was happening at the time. Because like 2011, 2012, like I'd just be listening to a lot of like punk and metal and hardcore. And then I saw what he was doing with this band Trash Talk, and I saw that he was like really fusing like hip hop and punk, and like that kind of just made me feel more comfortable about the music that I listened to and like the image that I was trying to portray. Not even as an artist, but just as an individual, just like feeling comfortable like with my fashion sense or like whatever music I was listening to. He's a very influential dude. Cool guy in punk culture, definitely.
There's a lot of people that tap in with.
You know bullshit.
He's tapping in with a lot of really cool, talented people.
I'm kind of
Talented people in
inspired to
fashion.
like finally get my gutter snipe shit off. The
Get
ground.
that shit going, bro. Get that shit going.
Let's hear it, bro.
The gutter
I'm gonna
snipe.
fucking.
So tell everybody what gutter snipes is.
Yeah, what's the word on that?
It's a badly behaved child from the street.
Now explain
That's
what
the
you want to do
definition.
with it.
Don't worry about it. As soon I'm gonna, we will. We'll get back to it soon. I'm just gonna like go in the layer, put my mask on, play the organ a little bit. You know,
Play the organ a little bit.
drink some blood.
Feel it.
I just watched Interview with the Vampire. This is like just random subject. Has anyone ever watched that?
No, I'm not. It was a movie or like a TV series.
That's with Brad Pitt, right?
It's with
Interview
Brad
with
Pitt,
No,
Christian Slater, and Tom Cruise. And like, I don't know if I was really high or not. Like, pause, no homo, but that shit was mad sus, bro.
I'm not even hit, bro. What year?
It
did
was
that
like
shit
the
come out?
Vampire Brokeback Mountain on the low, but like, it was crazy. I was like, yo, this is getting crazy. Like, too weird. Like, nothing even happened, but it was just so crazy. Like, I was like, nah, this ain't it.
That's nutty.
It was like Brad Pitt was a hoe.
Word.
And like all these vampire niggas was pimping him out, basically. Like, no bullshit.
Damn, that's crazy.
Like, I don't know. That's just what it was. Me and my shorty was watching it. We was chilling.
Say that.
He goes, he's mad sad. He's a slave owner and shit, but he hates being a slave owner. This nigga Tom Cruise pulls up. He's like, yeah, nigga.
This movie sounds
What the fuck?
like some other.
No, it's a crazy movie.
Slave owner.
It's
vampire?
a crazy. He's not even a vampire yet. He starts off. Christian Slater is trying to get a. Christian Slater is trying to get a. He's like a reporter. He's a writer for a newspaper. He's trying to get like a good story. So he finds this guy. The vampire invites him up. He's trying to get the story. Then his story starts off. He's a fucking slave owner. The nigga Tom Cruise finds him. He bites him and shit. And they fucking find this little girl. It's like they have a baby, basically. They have found this little girl. He bites her and shit. They fucking two fucking niggas with the baby girl, Kirsten Dunst. And like they bickering and fighting at each other like they're married the whole time until him and the little girl
What's the name of this movie?
kill Tom Cruise. And then he finds Antonio Banderas. And now they're together, and I'm like, yo, what is this movie? I'm like, what am I watching? I watched it once before, and I never thought about it like that.
Streaming?
This sounds like somebody's dream.
It sounds like some other shit, bro.
Bro, it's a great movie, but it was kind of crazy. I was like, yo, this is like hella sus, but
Say that.
great movie. So good, so good. Gotta watch it.
Wait, what's the name of it?
Interview with the Vampire.
Interview with the Vampire. I gotta put that in my.
I've always seen the cover of the movie, but I've just
Mad
never-
times, like at
never
Nat
was
Video
interested. You
back
are-
in the day.
I was never interested. In
Have you ever seen that movie, Adlo?
No, I'm not hip.
Honestly, you gotta watch it. Great movie. I recommend it.
Let's check it out.
1994.
Kirsten Dunst is in there. She made a star-studded fucking performance.
There we go.
Not star-studded. It was just an immaculate.
She killed the
performance.
role?
She really fucking killed it. She was
Bet.
just killing it the whole
Hell yeah.
time, bro. She
Check
was
it
a
out.
little ass girl. It was not Spider-Man Kirsten Dunst.
Word up.
It was not Spider-Man.
I don't know. I just felt like I had to tell you guys that. I was thinking about that.
I feel it.
What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? It's a hard one, bro. I've been watching mad different.
What's your favorite
I'm trying
genre
to
of
think.
movies?
Probably documentary. Honestly, I love just watching like weird, like crime, like unsolved crime documentaries. As
Oh,
cliche
yeah.
as that is, or like music documentaries to see other people's come up,
Oh yeah,
or like
I'm
I
definitely
don't know,
a big
definitely cool
documentary
like
buff.
psychological thrillers, like I don't know, just action movies.
What's your first
Mad
movie
vague.
that comes to mind?
I'll try to think of something I watched recently.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. No fucking-
I watched a
don't
crazy
watch
movie in New
movies,
York. I
bro.
watched that, bro. I be fucking with like weird like Criterion films, like foreign shit. I watched this one film. It's like Christine or whatever, and it's this film from Berlin. And Berlin like just idolized U.S. culture for some reason. Like they had David Bowie in it, and it was just like these like 13. It was a really gritty movie. It was about these like 13, 14-year-old kids that just got like hooked onto drugs, and they were just like going to like raves and like going to David Bowie concerts, and their lives were just going downhill, and they were like prostituting themselves and shit. It was fucked. It was a fucked up film.
Oh shit, it was like the basketball
Yeah, it
diaries
was like
or
some
some shit.
But like I'm friends with kids that go to like NYU, and they're very talented film and videographers, and the whole time they're just like, oh, like overhead pan, rolling shot, you know, just like calling out like and I can relate because I went to art school too, so it's just got like kind of cool to see film critiques, look at it more from like an artistic perspective, rather than the storyline, obviously. But I don't know. I was watching some pretty sick like kung fu movies. Zaitauchi the Blind Swordsman, pretty dope.
Ooh,
like 1950s, like Japanese samurai getting into some crazy sword fights and shit.
Hell yeah.
Pretty graphic for its time.
Hell yeah.
Pretty dope.
You fuck with anime?
Yeah. My good friend is Izzy Ramirez, very good Boston local, very good skater. He would always I lived with him for a number of years, and he would always just be throwing on animes. My schedule in life is so hectic and crazy, bro. I could never really sit down and like follow an anime like all the way through, but I would always sit and like admire the animation style and just the methods and like the storyline. The visuals are beautiful. I have mad love for anime cultures, just the culture of it. Also, there's this sick store in Cambridge by like Davis Square. It's like a comic book, like vintage collectible store. Yeah, they got the fire. They got the fire statues, bro. Like, I love just like I'm like a nerd at the end of the day, bro. I be fucking with like Mad Magazine comics and all that shit, bro. I worked at a comic store. I don't know, bro. I be fucking with like pop culture and shit, mad random shit.
I don't know. I don't even know what store.
It's like next to neighborhood cafe, right?
Anime.
Nah,
like
you
this
said
cool store.
I mean neighborhood restaurant.
It's that pizza shop on the corner.
Yeah, that spot's bussin'.
Oh, and Davis.
In Davis, yeah. I'm blanking on the name. That spot's dope.
And they got the 25-cent fucking toys in the front.
Facts.
That's my favorite.
I got a
know
fire
what y'all
calzone
talking
on
about.
Davis Square. One day. they got the fire food selection. I lived in Jamaica Plain for a number of years too, in Roxbury. They had some pretty dope food spots for sure, like Piccolo.
Oh, I love
Pretty dope,
Piccolo.
Piccolo's fire, actually.
Yeah,
Piccolo,
like
they got the
meat
little,
pockets and, what are they called?
They got they're like little,
Empanadas. They got the fire empanadas.
They got the fire empanadas,
Yeah.
but what are those little things that's like, they're like deep fried little sticks. Like, it's like meat, cheese, chickpeas, all that shit.
I couldn't tell.
That shit's
What's he
fire.
talking about?
I be hitting this
It's at
fire.
Piccolo, it's
I be
fire.
going to what's it
Is
called?
that Piccolo, nigga? I don't know. Go to Piccolo.
I don't even know what it is, but it's
I be
fire.
going to a
wanna
Jean. I be getting fire. I think it's either like Turkish or Greek, but it's like pretty dope, like beef and like chicken,
I
like
thought
platters
you
and
was about to say Haitian.
No, it's not Haitian. It's in Austin.
You said Jean, I was like,
A Jean. Nah, their food's bussin' though. Big ups to them. Harvard Ave.
Greek shit, right? I fuck with Greek shit. But they got like stuffed grape leaves and shit.
Yeah, they got falafels and just like platters and shit. Bro.
Nah, I love stuffed grape leaf with like the sausage and shit and like, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
falafel,
And
all that.
also the
Tahini
classic
sauce.
Boston debate of what's the best taco or burrito spot. You got like Amelia's, Anna's, Felipe's.
Okay.
I
Mad
might
different
fuck with
spots.
Honors, no bullshit.
And
Honest
There's a
taco
few
is fire
more.
too. I ain't gonna lie. But
I be
Felipe's is
fucking
more
with
crack.
Felipe.
Felipe's
yeah.
be cheap though, nigga. You gotta be.
Nah, yeah, they do. They don't. They be look. They don't even want to look at you when they put the meat in.
Yeah, they be like, boom.
Nah,
boom.
they'll be
Like,
blessing.
they wrap it up, boom. Give it to the next person. They give it to the person at the register. Like, give it to them.
I'm like, yeah, can I get some more? They're like,
Also, shout out to all the other health food places in Boston. You got like Dig In and like Honey Grow.
yeah,
Clover.
shout out Bommy.
Yo, eat healthy. Take care.
Are you
Life's alive.
vegan?
Nah, I'm not. I'm just trying to like better myself, bro. Like honestly, I don't fuck
Only
with
on
fast food at
Tuesdays.
all, bro. Like I don't fuck with McDonald's, Burger King,
You
Wendy's.
shouldn't unless
None of that shit, bro.
That shit's
Nah, 'cause
fire.
I used to, bro, when I was a kid. Bro, my first job, the first job I ever worked was at McDonald's for like a month. And I
Nigga,
couldn't
I
stand
just
it.
ate that
'cause
shit
I
this
seen
morning.
like all like the bad bitches in school, all the homies, all the popular kids, and I was at McDonald's. I was just like, bro, this is a bad look. Like I cannot work here.
Yeah,
So like I lasted like a month, bro.
yo, nigga, a McGriddle.
Nah, bro, literally, bro. A McGriddle makes me nauseous, bro. That's
What?
the one.
That
food, bro, I
sweet
can't I
blueberry
can't be fucking
smell.
with that, bro.
That shit smells
But nah, I don't know.
fire.
Yo, bro, I try so hard to stay away from fast
But
food.
at the same
when
time,
it gets too late,
7-Eleven.
nothing
7-Eleven,
open.
there's
You know what I mean? It's like
Nah, no bullshit. I
You're
don't
stuck.
eat
That's
fast
all
food
you can
either,
order.
but no bullshit. I will eat a McGriddle. Don't ever.
But
tell me.
I hear you.
I'll eat 3, nigga, at
Yo,
once.
when I'm in New York, bro, I'll be going crazy at the delis, bro. Because, like, in Boston, all the food spots are so spread
Oh, yeah.
apart, bro. Like, in New York, there's a deli on every block.
Hell
like,
yeah.
and
Let me
the
get-
Ox, the good ox, bro, they'll be blessing you, bro. Like,
Listen,
I'll be
let me
like in
get
a
that
studio
shit with the
session.
salami, nigga. I'll be like, let me get the chopped cheese with salami on a croissant.
you leave a
exactly.
bar, you get
exactly,
you get back,
bro.
you
That's
get back.
literally
A chopped
what you get.
cheese
The good
with
chopped cheese.
salami. Fry the salami hard on a croissant, nigga.
I'm putting that on my checklist
I got you.
for next trip out there.
The croissant.
Game
The
over, bro.
croissant chopped cheese is a whole different level.
I
of
ain't never-
whatever the fuck.
I never got a croissant.
I did that when I was high with Hassan. I was with my cousin Hassan, and we went to the shit right next to Sasha's house.
I
and
was
we
looking
got-
at him like, what?
That nigga said, he was like, grab it, because you have to grab the croissant from the other side. So he's like, give me the croissant. And he's like, yo, you're crazy. Got the croissant chopped cheese with the salami in it.
The good chopped cheese.
That was
Yo,
the best
Shout
salami.
out all the talented artists and producers in New York. Like,
Shout out everybody. in New
we got
York.
like Nick
And
Prosper,
photographers,
Lil Snow, ASAP Ills.
videographers.
We got
Shout
Ben
out all of them.
Slackin. We got all the homies making moves. ZT on the beat. My homie ZT on the
What's-
beat.
we get-
Very talented Boston producer. He's
Shout
running
out
numbers.
Consumer Society. Out
Young
there
Manny.
doing crazy photography right now. I'm in Brooklyn, my homegirl.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's her at?
Consumer Society.
Consumer Society. Shout out Consumer Society.
If you're ever out there, yo, you gotta holler at her. She's crazy with the
Give
videography.
some
with
words to the people.
Yeah, yo, shout out ZT. He produced for Lil Yachty, Shawnee Bin Laden, making big
I
moves.
want more,
Okay.
more so words for your fans though. Know what I'm saying? Like
All right, yeah.
a good little.
To all my fans, get ready. Got big things on the way, big visuals. Trying to just take my best work and resist the urge to drop it, and just take some of my best songs and just wait for the perfect time to drop it with a good rollout and a good team behind me. And I got lovely, beautiful people and good friends like supporting me, fucking with me and my vision. So that's all I would ever want. And for all my fans, just to not get too stuck into the internet culture of drugs and substance abuse. Just like
Facts.
listen to this music, bro. Let it help you if your parents are giving you shit, or if you're stressed with school or an abusive relationship. Get out of one if you're in one. Just stay true to your people, your friends. Pick your friends up if they're going downhill or they're on other types of shit. Don't be afraid to speak out and be yourself, bro. Like I got rid of example, like I tossed away mad clothes when I was a kid because people weren't fucking with my style, and now I regret throwing them away because now it's in, and it's like I did that because I was worried about what someone else thought about me. Never worry about what other people think about you. Just pursue your goal and your vision and what you want to pursue in this life, because it's all you have. Like life could some fuck shit could happen and it could all be gone.
Gone
So
in a
just
flash.
pursue everything. Like I've almost died of mad car-related injuries, mad drug-related almost overdoses. Fuck shit, bro. Just stay true to yourself, bro. Like get through this shit. Keep good people around you, and just pursue your dream. For real.
Word.
And for the people that aren't
Great
your
words.
fans,
And
just
for the
yet,
people that aren't my fans, like
no, not that.
I was about to go,
No,
fuck y'all.
Nah. That's for the people that aren't your fans
Yeah.
yet. Throw your IG, your IG
yeah.
name out there.
My IG handle is Adlo97. It's ADLO97.
Tap in with him.
Adam
yo.
London. Tap in with me, bro. If y'all need beats, reposts, cover arts, features, anything. If y'all need someone to talk to, y'all are going through it, I'm here. Like, I'll listen to you, bro. Vent. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm here. I'm on my phone. I'm chilling. I'm most likely in a studio or skating. So just hit me up. Much
Heard
love
it.
to
He's
everybody.
here for y'all. We
Word
here
up.
for
I'm here for
y'all.
the people.
It's the Gas Talk.
You
already know what it
Podcast.
is.
Hell yeah, the
We
Gas Talk
wrapping this up.
podcast, bro. Much love.